Have you ever had a goal that felt really exciting at the beginning, but a few weeks later, nothing changed? Not because you didn't care about that goal, but because you weren't quite sure about what to do next. This happens to a lot of people. They have a clear intention, they even chose their priorities, but they never turn those priorities into a clear plan. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Sarah, and I help midlife women stop feeling scattered and overwhelmed and create a clear plan for their life and their business using a 12-week planning method that actually works. So, one of the reasons that most goals stay vague is because we jump directly from intention to action. We say things like, I want to get healthier. I want to grow my business. I want to start a business. I want to start a side hustle. But those directions are not actually plans. And without a structure, the brain doesn't know what progress actually looks like. And when progress is unclear, motivation fades very quickly. This is where a simple structure becomes powerful. Instead of thinking about your goal as one big project, break the next 12 weeks into three smaller phases, where each phase lasts about 4 weeks. You can even think of them as milestones. So, for example, the first 4 weeks, month one, getting started, month two, building momentum, and month three, it could be consolidating progress, right? So, this structure will actually turn a vague intention into something much easier to follow. Just picture this. Imagine someone whose focus for the next 12 weeks is their health. So the first 4 weeks or the first month would be about creating a consistent routine. And then the next 4 weeks, the second month, would be improving their nutrition. Now, for the last 4 weeks, the last month, let's say they focused on strength or endurance. Or, for example, imagine someone who is starting a business or just focusing on their business for the next 12 weeks. So the first 4 weeks would be to clarify an offer. The other 4 weeks would be to improve their visibility. And for the last 4 weeks, the third month, it would be to attract clients. You see, we usually want to start a business, and most coaches tell us to just create an offer, whatever it is, do it messy, even if it's just a PDF. It's all very well. I agree. We need to have something to sell if we're starting a business. But if you don't have some type of structure, if you haven't been showing up, if you haven't been intentional with what you're creating, with the content you're creating, people are not going to know who you are. They're not going to be sure about what you do. They don't know if what you're offering is for them or not. And so they will have to think a lot about it. They will have to make a lot of decisions, and they don't want to. Nobody wants to make a lot of decisions because decision fatigue, it is a thing, my friend. And so when it's easier for them, when they see you show up for 8 weeks, let's say, they see you talking about the same thing, our attention span, it's even lower than a goldfish nowadays. So they need to hear you talk about that offer, about what you do, how you can help them many, many times before they realize it, before they even, let it sink in. So talk about it nonstop. And if your friends start telling you, oh my gosh, you're always showing up on my feed and you're always talking about the same thing, it's okay. That's when you know you are getting to other people who are not your friends. Because until your friends are sick and tired of seeing you online, no, the people that don't know you, they're not paying attention to you yet. So let that be a thing. When a friend says that they're sick and tired of seeing you show up, it's a good thing. And you know what? Maybe you can help that friend. Okay, so you can try this exercise right now if you want for yourself. Like for the next 12 weeks, decide what you're going to focus on. Okay, have a goal. And then to get started, you ask yourself three questions. What would the first month, the first 4 weeks of progress look like? What would the second month build on? Okay, so we're starting with the first month. What would progress look like? And then the second month, what could I build on it, right? And what would the third month, the last 4 weeks, complete? Because remember, you started to show up. You created your offer. You're talking about it all the time. The second, you are showing up and telling everybody about it. And the third, you are actively trying to get clients in. What would that look like for you? It's important to have this kind of clarity so that people, when they see you, when they see your pictures, when they see your font, when they go to your website or even just to your social media pages, they know what you do, they know who you serve, they know what you're talking about, and they will know if it's for them or not. And that is very important because it will be an easy decision. And that's where our clients need to be, to make that easy decision. Like anyone who wants to create a plan like this and is thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How's the clarity? How's this? How's that? Well, they know that if they want accountability or support, mentoring, someone to do this with them, they can come to me. I talk about my 12-week method all the time. I am constantly talking about it. So they know that I do that. They might not know that I have a membership. They might not know that I have an online magazine, but they know that I help them create a plan for their next 12 weeks because that's everything I'm always talking about. So, one of the reasons that this structure actually works so well is that our brain loves visible progress. So when you see on paper those 4 weeks, those 4 weeks, and those 4 weeks, our brain gets all excited and can't wait to start working on the little things. Because when you know what the next 4 weeks are all about, it just becomes more easy and the brain is excited to start working on it. So instead of feeling lost along the process, you always know what the next step is going to look like. You know, a lot of people think that progress and change needs to be dramatic. There needs to be this grand gesture. It really doesn't. It's about small steps and it's about consistency. Often that change requires that clear structure. That's it. You have a clear structure. You know what the next step is, and you put in the work every single day. Because when that path is clear, is visible, progress becomes possible. I hope I got you excited about all of this. So this video is part of my Life Mastery 12-week reset series, and we explored how to bring clarity and momentum back into life and business by focusing on the next 12 weeks. So in the next video, I'll be talking about something that determines whether the 12-week plan works or not. And that is how to stay focused week after week. And I'd love to ask you, what would the first month look like for your own 12-week method reset? What needs to happen in those 4 weeks, the first 4 weeks? What will it look like? Are you getting clarity? Which clarity? Are you deciding on what you want to do? Are you deciding who you want to help? What does it look like for you? The first 4 weeks, the first month, if you will. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.